Good morning. I am exercising. I tend to do these videos a bit when I am exercising because, I don't know, it's a very introspective time for me. And I hope the jumbling around doesn't bother you. You can just listen to the sound if you want, or pass the video by. It's a little chilly this morning, so I got my hoodie on. So I was thinking about that video I did the other day about enlightenment, and I'm really proud of that video. I don't know what you all thought of it, but it led me to, down the road, a few days, a week, whatever, to a new understanding. And isn't that what enlightenment is about? A new understanding. Sorry, I'll try to hold the camera up a bit. There's a lot of sunlight refraction. Sorry, video quality is just not good. Anyway, I think I'm at this place now, this new place. And this is going to sound really kind of intense and everything, but I just want you to know it has such a positive message in it. And that is, and I touched on this in the last video, just a smidge. And again, it's kind of reference back to AA a little bit. The reason I know so much about AA is because I have so many friends that I've known over the years who were in AA or Al-Anon. That's where I was. It's my admission. As for the friends and families of alcoholics or addicted people. And back to the point. Sometimes you got to hit a bottom. You cannot crawl out until you hit a bottom. And I had a bit of a bottom yesterday. I wrote about it pretty extensively on my video. And it also, it's triggered by spiritual practice. You know, we talk about meditation quite a bit. But the thing about meditation is people have really intense ideas about what it is and what you're supposed to do and what the accomplishment of the goal is. But in talking with my guides, you know, they're so wise and they give us techniques. And one of the things they said to me is you should lay down on the floor and meditate. Don't sit on the floor. That's what they told me. I'm not telling you what to do. Lay down on the floor and have a conversation in your head about what you want to do. Be brutally honest with yourself. Ask yourself questions. Even try putting yourself in a conversation with a person you have no resolution with. Ask them questions as if they are you. But the point is to get clarity. So in this particular case, that meditation was about gaining clarity. And I did. And I'm going to say it was a little painful. But it was also very revealing to me. I have thought about this, and I don't want to get too specific because I want this to be techniques and things that can help you by telling you what my experience is. Take it as you will. Meditation. It's really important. People trivialize it. Oh, you don't need to sit there. You know what? Clearing your mind, clearing your spirit, clearing your energy out, pulling down into that centered space. That's where the clarity comes. And I think that's the point of meditation, is clarity. okay? So I laid down. I did this it was really long too. I'm sure it's just a guess. I'm sure I was at it for more than an hour. And I cried a lot. And I refocused a lot. And I asked myself questions about what I want. And I was really brutally honest with myself about where I'm at and how I got here, what my perspectives are about it. Just the questioning we all do when we're trying to process. So meditation can be, it is a process. It's a process, and it's part of enlightenment because it gives us the ability to clear out the chatter. Because like I told you, I'm a Gemini. You have no idea if you're not a Gemini. Or maybe you do. Maybe you have some Gemini in your other planets and not just your sun sign. Now I'm getting hot. Working out while I'm talking. Crazy. Should be focused more. Anyway, I know I've dipped down into some personal details, mainly as an example. But this whole thing about enlightenment, how do we achieve it? What are the tools that we can access in ourselves through our relationship with spirit? And again, when I talk about spirit, I do not want to invoke these Judeo-Christian concepts of some old man sitting on a thing. When I talk about spirit, I'm talking about the energy force of the universe. It's not all that conscious. I mean, it's hard to say. I don't think it's conscious. I just think it's the energy field. And these are my personal beliefs. You do not have to subscribe to them or not. This is how it works for me. Okay? And that's the point of enlightenment. It's how it works for you. Okay? But it reflects back to us what we put out. So if you have a mentality of lack, you're going to get lack back. That's just an example. If you have a mentality of centered, calm, searching, but peaceful, enlightenment, that's what you're going to get back. And to me, that's a pretty amazing deal. Centered, calm, peaceful, enlightenment. Oh my gosh. Who could ask for anything more? It's a gift. It's a gift from the energy field we call spirit. Or you could call it the universe. Or whatever. You could call it the lamp. From a friend of mine, Dave. Yeah. He was a friend for a really long time. We had a falling out. And I didn't talk to him for the rest of his life. But he still was my friend. And that's maybe a Gemini thing, because we're very loyal and we can love you from afar despite. Anyway, that was kind of a divergence there, but I love that about myself. And that's part of my enlightenment too, is that I love myself and I appreciate who I am. And I don't care whether you approve or disapprove or believe in what I say. It's more about energy. And I am offering you, or trying to, an opportunity to feel an energy, a different energy, a better energy, something that supports you, something that's real, something that has deep foundations. So, it feels like I've diverged, but I haven't, really. Because it's all the same thing. No matter what we talk about, it's all the same thing. It's about finding a new perspective and using the tools that are available to you to make those choices. So, I'll keep this really short today. And I know I've covered kind of a variety of issues. But it is about centering oneself in a calmer place so that our thoughts can be less disturbed, less jumbled, less drawn into the world. And this is something I kind of wanted to touch about, but it does support the issue. And this may kind of sound, at least this is maybe a judgment I put on myself, I don't know. It sounds a little bad, or low vibration. There is no bad, just low vibration. When you move towards a more spiritual belief system, you are far more supported internally. You are more self-reliant. You are in charge and control of your emotional life, your heart, your purpose, your desires, your wants, whatever. And you don't need people in the same way, because most of us walk around wanting others to be our foundation for us. At least that's been my experience. And maybe that isn't true for you. Again, it's all just very personal. Hold on, I gotta unzip my hoodie. It's getting warm. I've sort of lost my train of thought now. I can just, it's zany to be 61 years old, I can tell you. It's kind of amazing, but it's also kind of sucks. Yeah, you don't need people the same way you did before. I mean, you love people. I still love people. I still want the best for everyone. But I also know that people have to go through things in order to grow. I guess it just makes me feel more self-supporting. I don't need people to approve of me. I don't need all of those things anymore. And I don't want to say like, oh, I've conquered all these hurdles. I still have those moments, of course. They are core programming that has been shoved down our throats. Oh, you have to be nice to people. Oh, you got to form deep relationships with people. Well, maybe you don't. Maybe when you see the truth of what life really is, maybe you feel okay with that. Maybe you accept the truth more fully. Maybe you don't take the truth on as some sort of hurt or wound of your spirit. Maybe we stand more self-sufficient. I think that's a good thing. And so, while I'm not saying, oh, you're never going to need anybody again, you're just going to be this loner, I'm not saying that at all. It just means that when you do choose to form connections with others, they are based in reality, they are healthy, the energy is amazing. When you're in, I don't know how many of you have really healthy relationships, and I don't want to judge anybody, but when a relationship is truly healthy, truly supportive, where each person gives of themselves just for the sheer joy of giving and expects nothing in return, and then anything that does come back to you feels clean and pure and from spirit. So yeah, that is enlightenment. Like I said, it is for me anyway. And like I said, it means different things to different people. And I know I repeat myself a lot, but we all are struggling against this ingrained belief system that we've formed based on how we've been treated and the messages we get from our parents and society. And I find a lot of those things very negative. Just very negative. You know? So while I've pulled away from people in some ways, I have expanded. Like I'm so more, I feel it. I physically feel my connection to the greater universe. I can tune in. And admittedly, I'm very intuitive, so, and I'm not bragging, it's just one of the gifts that the Spirit's given me. I was born into this life for a reason. I got certain gifts because I needed them, which, that in of itself is a whole conversation. Yeah, so use the tools. I suggest you start with meditation. Sit down. You don't have to do a lot, okay? Whatever you got time for. If you got 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, try to shoot for 20 minutes a day. I at least that seems like a really good place to start. But 5 minutes a day. Just sit down, clear your mind, try to find that quiet place in yourself. And if you chatter to yourself, which a lot of us do, whenever you catch yourself, take a breath, still your mind again. When you first start meditating, it's going to be a little difficult for you. You're going to find your mind wandering. And that's okay too, because sometimes we got to process, okay? Maybe it's not the right moment to meditate. And maybe you really do need to think about what your great Aunt Mimi said to you, you know? Okay? So don't beat up on yourself. If the quality of your meditation is yours. Own it. Don't compare yourself to others. Do your thing. Accept yourself for who you are. Don't think you're failing. You're not. But just keep trying. Because like we said before, if you try, and I apologize for this video being so shitty, if we try, we will, and we try repeatedly over a long period of time, we will make progress. Try to be patient with yourself. Try to understand you're working hard. And you should reward yourself for working hard towards your enlightenment. You should be proud of what you're doing, even if you think somehow you're making mistakes. You're not. Because I can assure you, it's all part of the process. It's your process. It's beautiful, even if it doesn't feel like it is. Because it's about you taking responsibility for your perspectives and your spiritual motivation and your relationship with whatever your higher power is. You know? I guess just be kind to yourself. So meditate if you at all can. Have a conversation with yourself. If you think it's silly to meditate, or you have all these reasons why you think it's not practical, I don't have time to sit down for 5 minutes, whatever, that's okay. Just keep having a conversation about it with yourself. Just keep trying. It's a process. Like I said, I'm repeating myself now. I apologize. I just want to be so supportive. And I guess because of what's happened to me and the difficulties I've experienced, it's really touched my compassion for my fellow man, woman, child, person, whatever your pronouns are. I'm cool with that. I am really cool with that. Like, I don't get that. I don't get people's like, you know, whatever, dude, ma'am. And as a gay person, and this is a side note, I've experienced some very negative energy. I just had something happen 2 or 3 days ago. And these are unusual events for me. I don't usually get a lot of gay flack from people. I was getting out of my car and I had dressed pretty gay that day. I had a red t-shirt on and I had a matching red socks on, his shorts. It was my California gay look. Anyway, we won't go into that. And there's this lady riding with her children and her husband on bikes. They must have been really close to their house because she kind of stopped in the street and she stood off her bike. And man, she gave me the look. And if you're not gay, you probably won't know what I'm talking about, but it's a look and it's undeniable judgment and scorn. And how you doing? She just looked me up from head to toe. And of course, I didn't have a very spiritually enlightened attitude. I'm like, okay, I won't say the word. I felt judged. But also, it's different now because of my enlightenment. I may have reacted. Some people may see that as a lack of success. I didn't at all. I didn't at all. Because I recognize that I still have that programming. I recognize that sometimes it's going to surface. I recognize that I can reset from any moment. And that's a beautiful technique also from AA. Anytime you fail at something or you perceive that you failed at something, you can start over. No judgments. You know, like you're at work and something happens. It feels like the day is terrible. You get up from your desk and you go get a cup of coffee or water or power bar or to go to the restroom, wash your face, I don't know, whatever. And just come back out. Say hi to everybody again, like you're just meeting them for the first time. It's a wonderful technique for reset. And just tell yourself, this is the beginning of my day, and you can move forward. And that's what I did in that situation. And you know, that's kind of a form of meditation too. It may not seem like it is, but it's about resetting the mind. Meditation is about resetting the mind to a cleaner, more centered, gentle place. So I've talked for 22 minutes. I've covered the same thing over and over again. That's what I do. I always worry, because I ramble, that I don't make any sense, which is a self-doubt thing, and I need to work on that. So I keep trying to give it to you in different formats, hoping that somebody will understand. I'm sure you do. So I'll close there. I still want to get back to the guided readings. Please hang in there with my channel. I know we don't have a lot of us, but that's kind of nice, you know? Makes an intimate setting. Maybe shoot for, let's see, what's today? Today's Monday. Got a lot on my plate. I don't know, sometimes this week, but certainly by the weekend, I'm going to do a guided meditation. Or not a meditation, I'm sorry. A guided messages from Spirit. I think we'll leave it open, topic-wise. And we'll just let Spirit tell us what it thinks the collective needs to hear right now. Yeah, those are always beautiful. They surprise me always. They're never about what I think they're probably going to be about. And they always end up in the most beautiful places. Okay, so you have a great day. Talk to you later. Sorry about the quality of the video. I know I should hold the camera up better, but it is what it is. And I am exercising. So have a great day. Bye.